also assessing footage documented by Gazans on the night of the strike posted on social media.
A deadly fire at the Rafah camp in Gaza has sparked controversy as Israel denies responsibility for the death of Palestinians. Israel has attracted global condemnation and social media outcry for the strike, which was followed by a massive fire. The blaze, which claimed the lives of at least 45 Palestinians, was initially attributed to an Israeli airstrike. However, Israel now claims that they are assessing the footage from the tragic night and that it was caused by a secondary explosion near the target as it targeted Hamas commanders in the vicinity.
We are also assessing footage documented by Gazans on the night of the strike posted on social media, which appear to show secondary explosions, indicating that there may have been weapons in the area.
Israel asserts that the attack targeted a specific location, which they allege to be a terrorist hideout. They claim that this is the same individual responsible for orchestrating the October 7th attack on Israel.
On Sunday night, we eliminated senior Hamas terrorists in a targeted strike on a compound used by Hamas in Rafah. The strike was based on precise intelligence that indicated that these terrorists, who were responsible for orchestrating and executing terror attacks against Israelis, were meeting inside the specific structure we targeted. These terrorists were responsible for the death of Israelis, and they were actively commanding operations that could have killed even more. Their deaths saved lives.
Israel is facing scrutiny over its military actions in the Gaza Strip. Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, called the incident a tragic mistake and has a fair investigation into the matter.
In Rafah, we have already evacuated about 1 million non-involved residents, and despite our best efforts not to harm the non-involved, unfortunately a technical failure happened last night. We are investigating the case. We will present the conclusions, because this is our policy.
Israel announced on Tuesday that the deadly fire at the Rafah camp, which claimed the lives of dozens of Palestinians, was not a result of one of its missile strikes. Instead, Israeli officials stated that the blaze originated from a secondary explosion.
Our munition alone could not have ignited a fire of this size. I want to repeat it. Our munition alone could not have ignited a fire of this size. Our investigation seeks to determine what may have caused such a large fire to ignite. We are looking into all possibilities, including the option that weapons stored in a compound next to our target, which we did not know of, may have ignited as a result of the strike. It should be noted, Hamas has been operating from this area since October 7th.
Hungary referenced IDF surveillance footage depicting the precise bombing of a Hamas compound, leading to a subsequent blaze at a nearby building. Despite not releasing the footage, Hungary emphasized that the IDF's ammunition alone couldn't have caused a fire of such magnitude. Investigators are exploring potential nearby weaponry as the source of the blaze. A day following the tragic Rafah fire, the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, launched fresh strikes on Rafah, resulting in the deaths of 20 displaced Palestinians. These latest strikes targeted the same area where Israel had previously aimed at what they claimed to be a Hamas compound on Sunday night. The initial strike had sparked a fire in a camp for displaced Palestinians, and resulted in the deaths of at least 45 people, prompting global condemnation. Israeli bombardments and ground offensives in Gaza have led to the deaths of over 36,000 Palestinians, as reported by the Health Ministry, without distinguishing between combatants and civilians.